Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. It's just Marco here once again, and yesterday was a crazy day. I thought that I was going to be able to do a Finding Nemo commentary, but for some reason the website just stopped working over and over and over again. And I spent about 50 minutes trying to do that commentary. So by that time, it was way too late. And I just had to call it a day. Very very frustrating and weird. Couldn't do that. Couldn't do the video game playthrough I was trying to do. So I wanted to talk about something that was interesting that I noticed yesterday. What I would consider to be a timeline shift. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically where the entire reality that you live in shifts to a different one. And you can basically switch to any reality you desire through manifestation and through belief and whatever, So they happen all the time. And there was an interesting one that happened. So for starters, I had been playing Fallout New Vegas for, I think, about 17 days or so. So that's almost over 2 weeks, but spread out over kind of a month or so, a month or two. And then I stopped playing. And I came back, I think it was August 17th or something. So I came back, and all of a sudden, my old save game had disappeared. And I went to the save data on my PS4, because that was my, natural reaction of okay, well, where's the save data? And there wasn't any save data at all. There still isn't any save data on the PS4. And I thought, okay, maybe it's because it's a PS Now game, and PS Now has some sort of an issue or problem. So then I started a completely new game. And I played that for a couple of days. And yesterday, all of a sudden, it switched back to the old video game playthrough, the old video game save data on the app. So instead of letting me play the new save game, it would only let me play the old one. And the new one does not even appear on the Fallout New Vegas menu screen. There's no evidence or anything of there being a new playthrough. It's only the old playthrough that is there now. And the reason why I'm highly suspicious of this event is because I looked at it again today, this morning, and I saw, this is really weird, guys. So there was a manual save for the old playthrough on August 9th at 9:03 a.m. The problem is, I did not play the PlayStation on August 9th at 9 a.m. I did not play the PlayStation at all on that day. That day, I filmed with a very young actress named Liv and her mother, and I filmed a little scene for the movie. It was very fun. I spent the entire morning preparing for that. I never got onto my PS4, and then in the evening, I went and saw Borderlands, and I suffered through that, and then I did a review. So I did not play the PlayStation at all that day, and yet for some reason, and it's not like there was any progress that was made in the game. It's still in the exact same position where I was when I left this old save, and I stopped playing for a little bit. So it's still at the same area, the same spot. Nothing else has changed. But for some reason, on August 9th, of all days, the game was saved. And now, I know that you're thinking, well, what's the deal with August 9th? Well, if you know about my past life journey, August 9th was the day, or it was the night when I was killed. And so, that's a very significant day. It's a very significant date for me. And I didn't do anything with that. I mean, it just, that happened by itself. So, I mean, you guys see what I mean? How this kind of weird stuff happens? And I'm not manipulating anything or doing any sort of like, oh, look at this. I'm not pulling like some kind of Zach Bagans bullshit. Like this is real stuff here. I have it right here. I mean, I'll show you guys the screenshot. I never played the game. And if there's a hacker, what is the hacker even doing? Like, they're just switching around the video game saves on my video game? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And if there's an issue with PS Now, we'll have to see, because I am contacting PlayStation support. Yesterday I contacted, first they make you contact what's called a PlayStation expert. And it's basically a bunch of guys who don't know what they're talking about. And, well, or at least they don't. It's just kind of dumb, because it's like, I hate this thing with customer service nowadays. This is a little tangent, but I hate the thing nowadays where, when you want to get customer service from a company, they're like, no, you have to look at all these troubleshooting articles that we wrote first, and then you have to talk to these other people who don't know what they're talking about before you can talk to us. And it's like, F you. It's like a huge disrespect, like, oh, I'm so dumb that, like, all the answers are right there. I obviously, it's like, no. So, yeah. But the other thing, this has happened before, this type of weird, I would call it, like, supernatural shenanigans. That's, like, the cutesy, goofy, like, Marco way of saying, like, weird stuff. And, when my co-star, when she came to film with me, the very first evening, when I was taking a walk with her, I was like, you better be ready, because there's going to be weird stuff that happens. Weird stuff. Well, I think I've spoken about this before when I was ranking the dating apps, which I can't remember if I deleted those videos or not. I hope I didn't, because they were hilarious. But back when I was wasting my time on dating apps, and I was using Facebook dating, I told you guys how people would disappear from my messages, and it wasn't like they were blocking me, because, like, we weren't having any sort of, like, difficulty. It wasn't like, we had a fight or something and then they would block me. Like, people would just disappear from messages all out of nowhere, like, just randomly. Like, I'd be like, hey, what's up? And they'd be like, hey, how's it going? And I'd say good, and then all of a sudden they disappear, like, hours later. And they wouldn't delete their accounts either, I think. Like, so, I mean, one of them, I told you guys how I tracked her down on Instagram because she gave me her Instagram link. And I messaged her, and she said that she did not unmatch me at all. So, but the thing is that when these people disappear, or when they disappeared, sorry, past tense, I don't use Facebook dating or any other dating app anymore. They would all be put in this little compartment where it's like deleted conversations. And then you could go in and view the conversation that you have with these people, and it will say, like, this person's dating profile is no longer available. Fuck you. And this particular girl, she was like a trucker. I think her name was like Ariel, after The Little Mermaid. Like, she was a really nice girl. It's too bad that, like, she disappeared, because I enjoyed talking to her. And all of a sudden she disappeared. And when I went to her old messaging, our old conversation, there is a specific date on her messages, not mine, but on all of her messages, it's 12/31/1969. And again, guys, that's a very, I mean, obviously at that point, I was already gone from the world. But that year, 1969, every single conversation on the Facebook dating, every single person, their messages would say 1969, 1969, 1969. So you guys see what I mean here? Like, this is weird stuff. So I just wanted to put out a little video about this weird stuff happening. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a short video. Please like this video, comment, tell me what you think about it, because I know probably some people will be like, it's just coincidences. There's this really good YouTuber I like to watch called Mindshock. He's probably like one of my favorite YouTubers out there. Like, he does like 10 to 20 hour podcasts, or like he compiles like podcasts and it's like 20 hours, and I listen to them. I mean, he's very, very good at what he does. He's so good at like researching these true crimes and things, and talking about what honestly happened instead of what he would call, what the coincidence theorists would say what would happen. Because that's what you have nowadays, is you have people who can read through the lines. I mean, not through the lines. They can read in between the lines. Or read between the lines, not read in between. I don't know, I'm fucked up today too. And then you have other people, and they just refuse to have an open mind and see any other possibility than the most bland, boring, mundane, like, explanation for anything. And, there's all these coincidences for some reason. And there's just, that's all it is. It's just coincidence. There's nothing weird going on. It's just, yeah. So anyways, and then please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more videos like this that are also honest, because everything I do on this channel is 100% honest. I would not make a video like this like some crazy person if I didn't have hardcore evidence to back it up. And, even Safi's in disbelief. Everyone's in disbelief. I was talking to these people on the PlayStation conversation, and this guy said, that's frustrating and mysterious. And it's like, yeah, I know. It's like, it's not like a normal thing that's happening. It's like very, very weird. So goodbye, everybody. See you soon.